Om Namo Bhakti Sainathaya, Om Namo Bhakti Sainathaya.
There are two types of karmas. One is good karmas and one is bad karma. Good karmas means to help other people, to do, not care for yourself, but help other people. Bad karma is to hurt other people. That is why Baba says, help ever, hurt never. Now, why do we hurt other people? Or why do we do bad karmas to other people? In Satyuga, Satyuga is Yuga which was in the beginning, where the righteousness is 100%. Everybody is good, everybody behaves well. Then Treta Yuga, the righteousness is 75%. Dwapara Yuga, righteousness is 50%. And Kali Yuga, righteousness is 25%. But as I told you earlier, it has now come down to only 7% righteousness. There are so many bad karmas, so many sins being committed by many people. Why do they commit sin? Why do they commit bad karma? It is because our mind, which orders our senses to do karma, 5 action senses, 5 knowledge senses, eyes, ear, nose, mouth, speech, these are the knowledge senses. Karmendriya is hands, feet, front, rear and speech. So the mind orders one of these senses to do certain karmas. Now who tutors mind? Who orders mind to do karma? If it was soul ordering the mind, soul will never order mind to do bad karmas. Soul will always try to do sat karma, good karmas. So what are the elements in our body which order mind to do bad karmas? These are the 6 demons. I would add one more, the 7th one also. Now the 6 demons are anger, lust, greed, desire, ego and jealousy. In addition to this, I would add attachment. Attachment to relations, attachment to kith and kins, attachment to post, attachment to certain thing, attachment to food, attachment to many other things. How do these demons, and these were actually demons. In Satyuga, these were demons. They were human beings. They did tapasya, but they got the power and they misused the power in order to harm the people. And that's how they became demon. There was a Krodasur. Krodasur means one who gets angry very fast. There was Matsarasur, one who used to be always jealous of everything. There was Ahankarasur. There was Kamasur, lust. There was Ichhasur. Like this, they were demons. These demons were subdued by Ganesha. You saw Ganesha? They were subdued by Ganesha and sent to Patal. There is an ether land within the earth, and that is where these demons stay. Even now they stay there. That time they became very powerful, and Ganesha sent them back to the ether land. In Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, you could see demons. That yes, Ravana is a demon, Hiranyakashipu is a demon, Hiranyakashipu is a demon, Kansa is a demon, Shishupal is a demon. You could see demons. But in Kali Yuga you cannot see demons because every human being has got demons in the mind. The mind is controlled by the 6 demons: anger, lust, greed, desire, ego and jealousy. They came out from Patal and captured the mind of the people. And they are the one who prompt us to do bad karmas. I give you examples. Greediness. What is greediness? What is the difference between greediness and desire? Greediness is that you have got plenty, still you want to hoard it, you want to have more and more, more and more, more and more, without any requirement. You don't need the things, but you want to have more, more, more. That is greediness. Desire can be good, desire can be bad. Desire is to acquire something which you need it, but you may not need it so badly that you have to acquire it. Desires makes the man do research, fulfill the commitment for the humanity, like many scientists have done the research because of the desires coming out from the mind of the people. That is good desire. But the desires which makes you do bad karmas are not good. In order to achieve or fulfill the desire, you do bad karma. In order to do greediness or fulfill the greediness, you do bad karma. Then you see lust. Lust, what is the difference between love and lust? Love is eternal. Love is selfless. Love is divine. Lust is demonic. Lust is selfish. You want to do something physically between man and woman or woman, whatever it is, and you indulge in the bad karma. Bible says that you can live as husband and wife and have sex, husband and wife, to produce children after getting married, blessing from the church. But these days, people don't do this. They live without getting married. They produce children, leave one another, marry another one, not marry another, live with another one, live with third one, and like that you produce children which are of no consequence to the parents in actual fact. And that is where the bad things come in the society. These children who need love, they get lust. So in the childhood they are looking for lust rather than love. So that is how lust, demon, Kamasur, makes you do bad karmas. Similarly, your ego, when the ego is hurt, it makes you do bad karma. Jealousy makes you do bad karma. Anger itself is bad karma. When your ego is hurt, you are jealous, you get angry. And when you are angry, you are definitely going to hurt somebody, because whatever you are going to say will hurt the other person who is listening. So therefore, all these 6 demons, they make you do bad karmas. Now you take attachment. For attachment, there are duties laid down in Vedas of father, mother, sister, wife, children. Everybody's duty is laid down. That is your dharma, that you do those duties. But beyond that, the Vedas say there is nothing that you have connection with others, in the sense that every individual has his or her karma. You can guide them to go on the right path, but you cannot help them to do bad karma. Or the attachment will make you do some bad karma. So therefore you should shun attachment. Thus we will examine these 6 demons, 7 demons, one by one as we go along. But today I want to say how you can get rid of these 6 demons. The important thing is to get rid of the 6 demons. Everybody says, yes, there are demons. These are the ones who control the mind. But we are not shown the way as to how we should get rid of the 6 demons. One of the ways is the self-purification exercise, which I told you before, which is the prayer, which is the worship, the puja. Puja generally is taken as a ritual, without thinking, but it is not ritual. I give you an example. 4 things are the main things which you offer during puja, as you see today, every day. Water, flower, leaf and fruit, something to eat, naivedya. Now, when we offer water, we must have feelings in our mind that, oh Lord, make me sthitapragya. Sthitapragya means the same in happiness and unhappiness. Krishna says in Gita, to Arjuna that you should be Sthita Prajna. No happiness, no unhappiness should disturb you. No attachment should disturb you. No relation should disturb you. And that is Sthita Prajna. So we offer our tears of joy and sorrow in the form of water to the Lord. And say, please take this happiness and unhappiness from me. Make me Sthita Prajna. So that nothing touches me. I become like a lotus. Lotus flower, you know? Lotus flower? Lotus flower is grown in a mud, water. But the mud and the water doesn't touch lotus flower. Lotus flower remains clean. So you want to be lotus flower. You want to be Sthita Prajna. And that's why you pray to Lord by offering water. Every morning we offer water to Shiva. We pray to Shiva that make us Sthita Prajna. With this prayer every day you really become Sthita Prajna. Virtually. The second thing that you offer is the flower. Flower is as tender as heart, and the heart is full of love, always full of love, because the God resides in heart. So Baba says, I don't need your love when you are offering flower to me, but me residing in others need your love. Therefore Baba said, you see me in everybody. You see God in everybody. And you love everyone as such. Now supposing every human being on the earth follow this teaching of Baba, love all, see God in everything and love all. Will there be Bin Laden? Will there be Saddam? Will there be Bush? No. There won't be mafias. There won't be anything bad. Everybody will see God, everybody will love. But that doesn't happen. But it must happen. When you pray to Lord like this, then gradually you will see God in everybody. What is the advantage of seeing God in everybody? In relation to the 6 demons. If I see God in you and I love you, will I be angry with you? I cannot be jealous of you. I cannot have ego. I cannot have greed. I cannot have desire. I cannot have lust. So by loving, by seeing God and loving each other, the demons will go away, 6 demons will go away. They will not make you do any, they will not prompt you to do any bad karmas. So by just this little thing, offering flower, will change your mind so much that you will start loving one another. And your demons will start going away gradually. Gradually. I don't see that you do puja today, offer flower and say, oh my God, the demons have not gone. Is there? No, demons will go, but it will take time. Okay? The third thing that you offer is the leaf. You must have offered the leaf today also, the Belapatra. Okay? Leaf symbolically represents your physical body. And you offer this physical body to the Lord and say, Lord, make use of it. So Baba says, help ever, hurt never. Serve others, love all, serve all. Do service to others. Do service to me residing in others. What is the main service that you can do to others?
To bring on the righteous path.
To get the people on the right path. But for that you acquire knowledge, so that you can impart knowledge to the others and you get the other people on the right path. By getting other people on the right path, there is no jealousy. There is no greediness, there is no desire, there is no lust, there is no anger, there is no ego. When you serve to the people, you become humble. So, the anger will never come to you when you are serving the other people. You can never get angry when you are doing service to others. So therefore, both love all and serve all, they transform you into a sattvic person. Sattvic is the one, there are 3 gunas, sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. Tamasic are the one who are always hurting others. They want to do harm to others. That is their nature. Rajasic is the one which wants to enjoy himself or herself, don't bother about others. But they may, in doing or in enjoying themselves, they may hurt somebody. But sattvic people are the one who think to serve others only, to do seva, to do satkarma. And therefore, your mind, if it's become sattvic, your thoughts are sattvic, your actions are sattvic. The fourth thing that we offer is the fruit, or naivedya. Naivedya symbolically represents our mind. The mind which is dominated by 6 demons, we offer it at the lotus feet of Baba and say, please take these 6 demons from me. And Baba does take the 6 demons. That's why we offer water to Shiva. Shiva took the poison when it came out, when the sea was churned. In Satyuga, the poison came out from there. And if the poison was allowed to spread on the earth, there wouldn't have been any life. So gods and demons and everybody prayed, sages prayed to Shiva. Shiva manifested there and said, yes, what can I do? He said, God, this poison has come out, now do something about it. So Shiva took the poison and he stopped the poison here. That's why he is known as Neelkant. The poison is the bad karmas, bad thoughts of the people. And that is being taken by Shiva even now. Churning of the sea is do the manthan in our mind, in our body, in our soul. Manthan is churning, and you can get rid of the poison which is collected in you, poison in terms of thinking, poison in terms of action, poison in terms of speech. All that is taken by Shiva even today. And that is why we offer him water so that Shiva cools down. So you can see the puja which we are doing every day is not a right ritual. It is really a self-purification exercise. Any person who is embarking on spiritual path must do this self-purification exercise. Let's not call it puja, call it prayer, call it self-purification exercise. You may not have this material, flower, water you can always have, or leaf, or anything. You just think in your mind that you are offering your tears of joy and sorrow to the Lord. Think in mind that you are praying to Lord that give me Shakti, give me energy so that I see God in everybody and I love everyone as such. Then the leaf, you pray to God, please make use of my physical body to serve other people, or give me Shakti to serve other people. And finally the mind, you don't have to think, you don't have to have anything. So you don't have any material with you, but thinking at the time of offering those things must be such that it purifies your mind, it purifies your body, and ultimately you start thinking in a sattvic manner. So that is the first lesson that I would like to give you, that in order to get rid of these 6 demons, you must do self-purification exercise. There are other methods also how to get rid of the 6 demons, which I will keep on telling you as we go along during our discourses. Any questions?
Yes, one question. Why the demons came out of Patal Bhuvaneshwar? Was some Bodensee?
Yeah, okay. There was the last king, Parikshit, in Dwapar Yuga. Kali Yuga was supposed to come now, at that time. So, but Parikshit was so powerful king that he didn't allow this Kali to come in his stage on the earth. Then he Kali went to Parikshit king and said, this is my age, I have to come. You must give me some place. He said, okay, I'll give you place. The bar where the drinks are sold and the gambling place. Now this Kali entered, and Kali brought his soldiers, his generals from Patal in order to spread the bad things on the earth. That is what is Kali Yuga all about. So he brought these 6 demons: anger, grudge, lust, desire, ego, jealousy, and greediness with him. And they from these 2 places entered the mind of the people and spread all over the world. That is how they came out from Patal and spread in the minds of the people. It has to happen in Kali Yuga because that is Kali's age. Why there is tremendous amount of test for the sages. There's many sages who have incarnated on this earth today. Many sages, particularly some of the sages, good sages have incarnated in Western society because Western society has more temptations to do bad karmas, to do wrong, and it is test for them during this time. This is also God creation. Kali age is also God creation. Bad things also God, good things are also God. But what God says, He has given us power of discrimination. He said, you choose the right thing. That everything is there. You choose the right thing. If everything was right, there won't be any life. There won't be any karma. There won't be any cycle of death, life and death. So therefore the bad things have to be there, good things have to be there. But the one who chooses the right thing, the right path, and does Sat Karma is the one who has passed the test in Kali Yuga. Okay?
Very hard test.
Yes, very hard. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, any other questions? Okay, the change in the time today is because there is one minister who is visiting us during this time of 10 o'clock. So that's why I had to change this. Now you go and do Mahayagya. Okay? Alright? Okay. Thank you.